Hello and welcome to episode number 6 of the All Things Gaming podcast. I'm your host, Jason, as always, back from vacation, back from the Dominican Republic, back from a beautiful land, and as always, I am here. Well, here with me is my co-host. I am the little rusty Maurice. How's it going, Maurice? How's it been?
It's going pretty well.
Are you excited?
Oh yeah,
Just,
definitely.
just to be back here and doing this whole podcast thing, talk about news stories, talk about what we've been playing. It's probably going to be a long one because we have lots.
It's the welcome back from everything.
It is the welcome back from everything. I was expecting to go to bed early today or something like that, but it's whatever.
It's
Um, it's fine. Who needs sleep? I
yeah,
just started
what
school
is
again.
sleep anyway?
Yeah. For senior year.
Yeah, exactly. What? You don't even do anything except
Just yeah,
the
that's
cakewalk.
that is the sound I make is poof, and I just walk around. It's like Jason. What was who's the Supreme Court justice? Poof.
I didn't even read that book.
I didn't even
I'm
read
ready
that
for the
book.
test though. It's fine. I got it.
I got it. I played that Assassin's Creed. I know its
Yes, I
history.
know history exactly.
Yes, but Maurice, as always, we start off with the what you've been playing, and I don't know if you want to do what you've been playing for the past week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I don't know. What have you been playing, Maurice?
All right. Let me open up my Steam library real quick because I know I did some new stuff. I bought some new games.
What's the movie? That's interesting.
One of them was Mini Metro. I don't know
Mini
if you know what
Metro.
that is. Yeah, Mini Metro.
That's
It's
interesting.
basically exactly what you think it is. It's
I
a
don't think I
subway.
have no opinion on this guy. Mini Metro, I just don't even think I don't get anything. But you can explain.
It's a subway simulator, basically.
Oh,
Like the game is a map. It has a bunch of maps like London, like Paris, like New York, and stuff like that. And basically, all you do is connect the stations together, make train lines and stuff like that, put carriages on them, put new
that's
locomotives
cool.
on them, uh, all that stuff. It seems very simplistic, and it really is, but it's hard. It is
Yeah.
so
Oh, it's
difficult.
early access. Oh, that's
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's an early access game. I bought it because NL reviewed it,
oh my
and I was
God,
like,
I missed him so much.
yes. I did too, man.
I missed
All
him
this
so much.
all this time without the NLSS, man, it's
What do you
got
mean?
me.
There's no,
Yeah,
it hasn't, there hasn't been an NLSS.
no, since the 25th of August,
Oh, why?
because he's been at PAX.
Oh, yeah. I came back and I was like, I'm ready to watch like Man versus Game, but he was at PAX.
He's at PAX, exactly. So there's been nothing happening for
Damn,
this whole time, and I've been
damn.
really sad. But yeah, Mini Metro. It's an early access game. The beta 4 came out on the 29th of August. It included the Zen mode, which is basically like an endless mode where you just keep going and going and going until you, I guess, get tired. I don't know. I've only started a little bit. I've gone pretty far, but I don't know I don't know if there is an end game to that one.
That's pretty
But
interesting.
like, dude, when you have nothing else to do, man, like when you're doing something and you wanna occupy yourself with something else, then yeah, just open up this game and just connect lines and put stuff, where it needs to go, get people where they need to go. It's a good
I
time waster.
I could see this as like a phone game.
Oh yeah, yeah,
The
yeah,
art
yeah.
style is very simplistic enough. Is this your first early access game that you dipped your toe into, or have you played around with the early access games
Uh,
before?
Starbound.
Oh yes, yes. Okay, so yeah, I should
Um,
remember that. Is the first? I think one of the first games we've ever talked about in this podcast.
yeah. There's others. One that I want to talk about as one of the things that I've been playing lately.
But Minimet, that's actually it looks really. I'm loving this art style. Like it's very
Dude,
simplistic,
it's
but it's
very
just
simplistic. It looks great. It plays pretty good. There's still some things they have to fix. It is
yeah,
early
early
access,
access.
obviously not going to be perfect. As far as I know, there's still no music, which irks me because I'm collecting lines and I don't have any sound at all. So I have
You
to
can
put
kind of
it
just
on the.
play smooth jazz in the background. That's how I feel like
Yeah,
if I'm playing this.
exactly. There you go. Yes, that's
This game
one
looks
of the
pretty.
things that NL said. Yeah, he said that he just when he plays this game, you just gotta put some background music and yeah, do your stuff. So yeah, Mini Metro. I'm gonna
Wait,
check how much it is.
I think it's. I actually have it right here, so I can just tell you. It is about $7.
It is $7. That
Um,
is, I bought it. I mean, I have
yeah.
no complaints. You know,
Um,
I just hope that they make it to full fruition. They get this out as much as they can, and I think like for all the, I guess the strategy or the puzzle game people, they'll love this because it's trains, but you'll never expect it to be like this, like I guess intense when you get into it.
so at first when you're talking about like trains and connecting lines, I thought, and you're mentioning only Europe countries. I heard about a game that was at GDC a couple of years ago. I think it was at PAX. It was more experimental game. I don't think it ever came out. But the whole game was like you like connecting train lines and trying to put them back on schedule.
Hmm.
And it was in Germany. And then like you connect it and everything, and then it's like, and you fix all the schedules, you can get it all back on time and stuff. Because the whole concept was like, oh, all the train lines are mixed up and like the schedules are off. You gotta do it. So once you finish it, it's like cool. Let's get all these Jewish people onto the train to take them to the concentration camps.
Wow. Well then.
So at that point, it's your decision to go. Do I fuck these train? Like, do I just fuck it all up now? Do I take like do I like now your job is either to see fucking the game out and see these people be taken to the concentration camps, or fucking switch up the times and like make sure they never get there.
Hmm.
So I thought that was pretty. When I heard that, I was like, oh, that's a pretty interesting concept. You kind of reverse the game on somebody. Kind of
Yeah.
like the whole and like yeah, kind of like The Last of Us at the end, kind of. But I'm still playing through that game, so we won't reveal that. I'm actually gonna use this weekend to get ahead of schedule and just bang bang bang. Since through the fact that like during the weekdays now that I'm back in school, it's gonna be a little bit harder to come home and be like, let me record 4 hours of a video game. So I'm probably just,
Yeah,
I'm
let's
probably,
just take that amount of time out of.
yeah, my what I'm gonna I don't know. There's not that many hours in a day to do
Right.
that anymore. I do have study hall last period now, so I get out an hour
Ah,
early. So there's that. Um, but due to the fact to where I live, even though I get out about 40 minutes
yeah.
earlier, I
It
I
takes
only
an
get
hour to get home.
yeah I only get about 30 minutes like
Exactly. It's
extra
like
time at
nothing.
home. Yeah, it's pretty much nothing.
Now, if you
Um,
could set up all your stuff over, in school, you'd be fine.
yeah. Or when I get my license and I have my car where it's just like bang.
Yeah.
Then it's gonna make significance.
Lunch break, make some videos, come back.
That I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that, but I feel like gas money.
Yeah.
The amount of money I'd be making from the video will not make up for the amount of gas I'm wasting to come home.
Probably not. Definitely not.
But yeah, what else? What else? Let's move on. What else have you been playing?
Also, this game called Crypt of the Necrodancer.
I have heard about this game. I have seen a
Yes.
little bit of this game. Do you have the
They
pad?
I do not. I just
I,
bought the game. I'm not really into the whole dance
yeah.
pad thing.
I heard that's really hard though.
Oh, it is. I like they did this whole event. I'm pretty sure I told you about it a long time ago. That was called the Necrothon. Actually, Northern Lions' wife was one of the team members for a certain team, and they all did it. Some of them did it on the dance pad. Some of them did it on the keyboard, and they were all like in a bracket, I guess, or in like a
Hmm.
competition to see who could get the best score. It's a rhythm game. You use the W, A, S, and D keys, I think, or is it like the arrows? I'm pretty sure it's the arrows actually,
I think it's the
to
arrows.
to move along with the beat. And you gotta. There's bosses. You kill enemies. You find other people to like that move to the starting room, so you can get permanent upgrades or like new chest items and stuff like that, which is good. Um, uh, it's a great game. I like. I was very hesitant to buy it at first, but like when I saw everybody through the Necrothon, and I was like, yeah, yeah, let's do it. And I did it, and I don't regret it at all. It's a good game. I don't know what else I could say about it, dude. The music, obviously, the music has to be good because it's a
Yeah,
rhythm game, but the music is the best,
yeah, Danny Baranowski, a man who made all the music for Super Meat Boy.
dude. Eh, so good. Um,
It looks pretty good. It's what is it? A roguelike like beat slash dungeon crawler.
yeah, it says right here, hardcore roguelike rhythm game.
And from what I've seen of it, it looks pretty cool. I've actually been meaning to play that, but I've been in the country for about 5 days, so that hasn't been a thing. I've been playing a lot more Vita stuff than console stuff. But
Yeah.
continue. Anything else?
Let me see, Mini Metro, I know there was another one. Unturned.
I feel like I heard that name, but I can't. I'm not putting a game to the name. Unturned.
Unturned.
What is Unturned?
Unturned is I guess you would call it a Minecraft-ish game in which you build stuff and you craft stuff and you gain experience. But Unturned is different in the sense that um, it's all zombies. There's no creepers or any other stuff like that. There's no animals besides deer and pigs. There's vehicles. There's loot. It's like I would call it like a Minecraft DayZ mix because of the loot and because of the style of it. I think it was made in like a Roblox engine because everything's like blocky.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, I have the Steam page loaded up here. It's free to pay, actually.
Yeah, that's what got me into it. Like I don't know if you know him, but Gustavo
Yes, I do.
another of his friends were like, yeah, let's try this out, and I was like, sure, why not? I'm up for it. I got nothing else to do, so we did it, and I am more into this game than anyone that I have met that was into this game.
Okay.
I have like grinded in this game for hours. I actually have 35 hours in this game already.
That's pretty good. And
Yeah,
it's it's early access too, so like it's pretty good for an early
yeah.
access game. Free to play. If this runs on my computer, maybe I'll load it up, but I
I'm
don't
pretty
think
sure it does.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
pretty sure so.
512 megabytes of video RAM. I think I got it.
More
I
than
got
enough.
I think I'll get into. I don't think I'm gonna go 35 hours into it because I have a YouTube series.
Right, but you could do, dude, next series, man, Unturned,
Unturned. Yeah, maybe.
or maybe for like a backlog or something like that. Just to have videos when you won't have videos otherwise.
I have some of those already for some reason because Ricky and I recorded some stuff. I also have the rest of the Gods Will Be Watching stuff,
Ah,
and
yes.
so those I didn't like for some reason. None of the scheduled videos went up when they were supposed to. I
Great.
went and they were all like error, 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 and I was like, "What do you mean?" Because like I was,
That's YouTube for you.
I was in Dominican Republic and I was going on YouTube and I was like, let me see. And I was like, cool. Gods will be watching. Gods will be watching. Where's Dragon's Crown? There's no Dragon's Crown. Where's Dragon's Crown? And then I called here and I was like, Brian, come and check. And Brian was like, I'm sick with the flu. I can't even get out of bed. And I was like, God fucking damn it. So and then now I'm just posting them up. I'm kind of just still taking a little break, but I'm going to be in full fruition. Maybe tomorrow morning if I wake up early. Probably gonna do a live. I'm probably doing a live stream tomorrow morning. Just
Great, I'm gonna be there definitely.
yeah. So probably like I'm gonna guess I was gonna do 8 a.m. but we're probably gonna go into the 1 a.m. So I'm gonna say 9 a.m.
All right, yeah,
I'm
sure.
probably gonna 9 a.m. because I was gonna do 8 a.m. but we're probably gonna go do this podcast. I'm gonna say until probably 1 a.m. I'm not. That's usually what happens. We let's just remember the last podcast where we were like we don't really have a lot to talk about. And
Yeah,
then
we don't really. They turn out to be like 2.5 hours.
and yeah, it's about to be 2.5 hours, and then we live streamed the rest of the night. It was crazy.
Oh my god, it's
Oh,
like that. Like I miss that. That's
yeah.
what I'm gonna miss.
Oh, the late night live streams. No, but it's coming. But Maurice, October 25th.
Yeah, I know.
You're
And
coming
I'm
to
gonna
my.
be here.
Yeah, well, not. I don't. Aren't you not coming over to my house for this? Like.
No, I mean like I'm gonna be here still
Oh,
because I
yeah.
got all that Coast Guard
Oh,
stuff
so
sorted.
oh, okay. So I don't. We should. We'll talk about that after the podcast.
Yeah.
I don't think. I don't think you want to spill that
I
information
mean,
on the podcast.
why not? It's not really any top secret stuff, obviously,
I don't know,
because then
man.
otherwise I wouldn't be talking about it at all.
Yeah.
But
When are you getting I don't think it's called. I don't think it's deployed, but like, what is
it's
it?
shipped. It's basically the same thing. I got my date. It's gonna be January 13th of the new year.
So Ricky better get his shit together and start becoming you, cause like I need, I need another Maurice, because I don't think we're gonna have a lot of time to talk. But all right, January's
Right.
not that bad. We're gonna
Yeah.
make a plethora of content. We will do a big like shebang.
Shebang.
We'll just play 24 hours of League of Legends and then just
Dude,
go.
that's fine. I'm
I don't think.
ready.
I think I'm gonna. I don't think. I'm sorry, Maurice. I don't think I can do that. But we will play.
I definitely could, man.
By then, I will probably have my PC, my new PC, because
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I'm getting a new PC for Christmas.
Ooh.
It was PS4 PC, but there's so many games I haven't played on PS3 yet that I still like. I still need to play Far Cry 3, Dishonored, all these games that like I still want to play on PS3. So like I think PC for Christmas and then PS4 for birthday.
Dude, if you get a PC for Christmas, then we gotta do everything like right after that, because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have that much time. And I think that I'm going to be in Colombia.
Oh man. Okay. All right. So we'll talk about that
Yeah,
later.
this is very time sensitive stuff
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah. Actually, my uncle just got my aunt's husband just got deployed to Afghanistan last Thursday. When I wasn't here. She was actually here visiting. She lives in North Carolina.
Mhm.
Because he was based there, and then they just ended up staying there. He was based there when he wasn't in Iraq, because he did his 3 year tour in Iraq, and like broken up into year pieces. And then he like stopped. He became a security officer, but he enrolled again, because economy stuff, and he's in the Marines too. So
Mm.
when he was here, he got called when he was on vacation here in New York visiting us, because his family lives here too. He was called, and told him that he was being deployed on Thursday. So he is now he's now over there, and she only gets to talk to him a little bit. I don't really know how that works. He's not deployed yet because he's kind of like fat and chubby a
Mm.
little bit now, so you kind of need to go. I don't think they throw you back into basic, but they rehabilitation or whatever. I don't know the military that much. But yeah, he's there. He's there for about a year, and I think he has to do a 3-year tour again. But once he's done with all that, they're moving here to New York, so that's pretty good.
Pretty good.
But congratulations, man. That is big.
Thank you, sir.
If you need anything, I'm here. Will they be calling me? Because I know I gave you the number, and
I mean, if they do call you, then just be as truthful as you can.
oh yeah, I'm
Tell
just
them
gonna
what
be.
they want to know, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, well, he's supporting my dream. He's a great kid. He supported my dream. He was there when nobody else was, basically, because you were there when nobody else would take the calling. You took the calling of I'm gonna help this scrappy upstart kid do his YouTube thing, and even though I'm not big at all. Like I only have 19 subscribers, which thanks for 19 subscribers, man. I'm pretty happy about that. I came back, have 19. That's a nice number. I want 20.
Man.
I want 20, but I feel like through streaming we're gonna gain a lot of support.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The Twitch,
Yeah,
it's gonna get you a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna. I feel like, I'm feeling this, and I'm like this year. I feel like it's gonna be my best year of like life. I'm talking about like 2014 to 2015. It's just gonna be really cool and super awesome. But yeah, congratulations on all that. I hope everything goes well. You're brave. For doing that. I myself have never really considered going into that field, but I always considered like if I didn't have a way in life, I would probably go into the military because it's probably it kind of makes you into a man in a way. You're gonna come back and you're gonna be like, shooting a gun is different from shooting guns in video games, which I found out was really true. I don't know if I can send you files through Google Hangouts. I don't know if I can do that, but I have a video file of me shooting a rifle over there, and wow, those things loud. It's not the same. The vibration on the controller doesn't emulate the kick of a video
At all.
gun.
No.
Not even close. But yeah, video games. Back to that. Done with the whole congratulating and stuff. We're
Right.
very happy for you and stuff. But what else? Anything else that you have been playing, or do you want me to start off and then we'll just switch back? Because I've been kind of throwing it on you.
That's been about it.
That's been about League of
Uh,
Legends as always. So it's like
yeah, exactly. League of Legends as always.
okay.
I didn't want to put it in there
Yeah, just
anymore.
call me when you get to the LCS. Just
Yeah,
just
I'll do that. Yeah,
just talk to me
sure.
when you get to the LCS. All right, but that's pretty cool. Some pretty cool indie, mostly indie games, other than like League of Legends and stuff. But we will be talking about League of Legends later, so we will save the League of Legends talk for later because
Right.
it wouldn't be a All Things Gaming podcast if we didn't have League of Legends talk.
That is
But
correct.
what have I been playing? Okay, so when I got back and I didn't like I was planning on like playing Dragon's Crown over there all like for a whole bunch of time, just getting it reviewed by the time I come back. That's not happening. I didn't beat it.
Hmm.
I didn't play a single level of that game over there. I didn't play a single thing while I was over there. I played the game of life over there of relaxing. That was the game I played. It was just briefly, it was very nice, beautiful. If you probably follow me on Twitter, I will soon be posting pictures more and more that aren't alcohol related in me and River, because that's the photos that are up right now. But there will be more stuff of vistas and stuff, and it was pretty cool. Me and Maurice and I already had a lengthy conversation before the podcast because I don't want to bore you, but it was fun. I didn't really get to play video games over there, but when I came back, I didn't have my recording stuff for a couple days, which meant I could still play my PS3, but I kind of just didn't play my PS3. I kind of just ended up playing my Vita, and I think I talked about this game before. It's called what is it called? I totally forgot what it's called. It is called Velocity Ultra. Did I talk about that?
I think I remember you talking about that.
But now I'm addicted to this game.
Uh-oh.
It is all right. One because the sequel recently came out.
Oh.
Velocity 2X, and it's a Vita PS4 game. The original, which I have, which I also got through PlayStation Plus, was only for Vita and PS3. It was actually interesting that it went from being a PSP Mini. I don't know if you know what those were, but Sony pushed when they were like into the whole trying to let's get people from the mobile scene. They were making PlayStation Minis, basically small little video games that wouldn't like they were basically just small like time wasters. And Velocity Ultra was one of the best ones, or just I think it's just called Velocity, and then it became they ported it over to the Vita and it's that better because of the whole twin stick thing. It's a twin stick slash like teleporting game, and it's really fast. And it's one of the most interesting things I heard while for the second game, because in the second game you get to it's also on PC. So in the second game you get to leave the ship because you're in a ship and it's a top-down view and you're scrolling up and the level continuously scrolls
Mm-hmm.
and you can hold the L1 button or the R1 button to and move up to speed up the time. You also, if you hold the square and then move the analog stick to a point, you can also teleport. If you tap square again, teleport there. On the Vita, you can also tap the screen and you will teleport there. There is also a big like teleporting mechanic to where you can leave a because there's these gates, and to get through these gates, you have to shoot these I guess keys in a way. They'll have numbers. It'll be like uh no, one, and then you shoot the one, and then it'll open the gate. But in some levels there'll be like 9 of them, and the level will split off in 3 different ways. So you'll leave a teleporter back. So then you'll go up shooting 1, 2, 3, but that was only in this one area. So then you go back to you teleport back, and then you have to go to the middle one, and then you go back once you shoot like 4, 5, 6, and then you go back and you shoot like 79, and then the bigger area that you're trying to get through is opened. Um, but the most interesting thing I heard about the game is it's the best Sonic game in years because you're always going fast, and it actually really clicked. Like I got into the game, but and I got like it was like I was really addicted, but then like it got really hard with the teleporting stuff, so I kind of stopped. But then like I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna I'm gonna get good at it. So now I'm pretty good at the whole teleporting thing, and it actually is right, the whole Sonic thing, because you're just constantly going as fast as you can, and you want to, and like there's like give you ratings on like your time,
I
your
remember this. I
score.
remember you talking about this game now.
Yeah,
Once you
it
talked
is.
about the teleporting thing, I remembered.
It is so fun. It is really addictive. The second one actually just came to PlayStation Plus. I'm like busting my way through this because I actually want the platinum in this game because it's not that hard of a platinum, but it's challenging platinum, and it like tests your ability in the game. You actually have to perfect every level, which like perfecting levels is pretty hard because you have to get like 3 different ratings.
Hmm.
But I'll sit here and I'll be like, okay, like the reason I'm not gonna lie, this podcast was supposed to start like I was supposed to message you at 10, but then I was like, I'm just gonna play level of velocity. And then I was like, oh, I played 5 levels of velocity, and I'm trying to perfect them all. And it's that's why like I just didn't start as fast as it did, but it was so good. It's just such a good game. I recommend it for anybody. It's on the PC. The second one is not on the PC. It's only for PS4 and Vita, due to the fact that Sony funded it through PubFund. I don't know. Do you know what PubFund is?
No, I haven't.
It
I don't
it's
know.
actually a really cool initiative that Sony has. It's basically, hey, you want to make this game? We'll give you the funding for it. We'll fund it, right? And then once we make the money back that we spent on you developing it, so like the sales of the game, Sony will get some and you get some. So once we make that money back, that game is yours. You are free to do whatever you want. That's why it's on the PC. So Sony made its money back, and then the companies get the rights, so they can do whatever they want. That's
Hmm.
what Guacamelee.
Yes.
That was a pub fun game. That's
Oh,
why it was
I
it
didn't
was
know
a
that.
it was a PS that's a lot of like that's why you see a lot of like these games are like Sony exclusive for a couple moments. And I just thought of another news story having to deal with exclusives. I think you know what it is. Uh, and that's why it'll come to PS4 like a PlayStation platform first, and then it'll make its way over to the PC and stuff. But it's pretty fun. Another interesting game I've been playing. This company's recently been in the news due to the fact they just released a new game, but I'm playing an older game of theirs. I've been playing Don't Starve.
Ah, yes. Don't
It
starve.
it came to the PlayStation Vita. I got the PlayStation 4 version through PlayStation Plus, because if you go one thing, if you don't know, this is a little trick. If you don't have a PS4, PlayStation Plus gives free PS4 games every month. You can't redeem them unless you have a PS4, but Sony has a PlayStation Store on the computer, like a web store, so you can go and redeem those games. So once you get a PS4, you'll have all those games in your PlayStation Plus library. So that's what I've been doing. Yeah.
Mind blown.
So I have about like 10 like PS4 games waiting for me when I get a PS4 for PlayStation Plus.
So
Um
far.
yeah, basically yeah, this is right yeah, so far there's actually more this month. I don't even know what are this month's PS4 games. It is Velocity and I don't know the other game, but we'll talk about that in news because that's PlayStation Plus games for September. Um so it came to Vita and it was cross-buy. So cross-buy, I think everybody knows what this is. You buy it on one platform, you get it on the other. So due to the fact that I had the PS4 version, gave me the Vita version for free. So if I played an early version of Don't Starve. I've never really gotten into it, but it's fun, but it's kind of like frustrating a little bit and weird. It's this top-down symmetrical. Is that a word I could use in that? I don't know. Have you played Don't Starve?
I haven't, but I've seen a lot of people play it.
And it's like you're basically like by its name, you're just not supposed to starve.
But
Um,
it's a whole other plethora of things.
just it's not even. But you also have health. Like health is the simplest concept in this game. There is health. Then there's like your stomach, which is starving. But then there's your brain,
Yeah, your sanity.
your
That's what it
sanity.
is.
So you have to eat certain foods to like. There's certain foods that will boost your sanity, your health, and your stomach, your hunger. But then there's certain foods that only boost your hunger and your health. And then there's certain foods that only boost your sanity.
And
Um,
being out at night,
yeah.
reduces your sanity. Fighting monsters reduces your sanity. Blah 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 blah.
And once your sanity gets reduced, you start seeing things. Once it goes all the way down, you actually start getting attacked by these things. Once you get attacked by these things, you die. When you die, it's roguelike. So when you die, most of the time it means that you're gonna die, like you're just dead. But for some reason, when I died, the last time I got revived in like a pig like ceremonial thing. I don't know. I don't know. It's like it had pig heads on sticks around it, and I got revived in metal, and I got revived with none of my stuff. Uh, like none of the items I had, but it's pretty. It was pretty interesting. I've been enjoying it. I've been playing it in short bursts. You know, kind of just 15 minutes here, 10 minutes there. I'm still on my first game. I like it. It's like fun, and it definitely fits on the Vita because you kind of just all right. I'm gonna do this, this, and this. It's kind of like Terraria in a way, kind of like you can kind of like Minecraft.
Yeah, I could see that. A little
Yeah, you
Terraria,
can.
like, yeah.
Yeah, you know, you like you don't have a house per se. I don't know if you can make a house. Is that a thing? I don't know if you is that a thing like you can make or something.
I'm pretty sure when you get far enough into the game, you can make structures and buildings and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know there's like definitely like because you need light at night, so
Right, you build
you'll
a
make a fire.
campfire.
Yeah, you'll make a campfire, but there's like fire pits, and fire pits are permanent.
Yeah.
There's also holes you can go down, and like you can go into caves, and then in caves, I don't really know what there is. There's also like things you can craft. So like usually you want to just start off, craft an axe, start cutting things down, get some food in the beginning, and then later on you want to start making traps to capture rabbits, and then you can cook the food on the fire on campfire you made. You can also make a science machine, which lets you make armor and weapons, and you kind of just survive. I don't know if there's an end game. Like I don't. I know there's seasons, and then in the Giant Edition, it's like the it's like it's called Don't Starve Giant Edition because it has the Reign of Giants expansion that came out on the PC and PS4. On the PS4, it's $5, but for the Vita version, it already came with it, which I don't know why, but kind of just did it. Um, I haven't played around with the Reign of Giants thing yet because when I started the game, I was like, don't play this Reign of Giants thing if you haven't played a lot of Stone Star before. So I was like, I'm gonna start without this Reign of Giants thing. But from what I've heard or what I've read, Reign of Giants is an expansion that adds more seasons, more items. It tweaks the gameplay in little ways.
Yeah.
Um, and it's I like it. It's pretty cool. I haven't unlocked any new characters yet. I don't because I think I think once you die, I'll unlock more characters because I'm on day 6. I went down in the cave, found something, cooked it, and I ate it. And then once I ate it, I was on day 4. Once I ate it, I woke up and I was on day 5 in the middle of the day. And then
Hmm.
I ate it again, and then I was on day 6. And it boosted up all my stats. I do not know what I ate. It was some animal that I killed,
Hmm.
like in the thing, and it was like chirping. It was like it kept on calling me a place. Like it was being really annoying. And it was night, and I didn't want to like go and find it. And like I was low on everything, so I was like, I'm just gonna kill this. Killed it, and then it did that. But then and then my sanity went down because I wasn't finding any food. And right now, I think I'm gonna die. Last time I saved, I was pretty sure I'm gonna die. So next time I play this game, I'm probably just gonna be dead. Um, uh, what else have I been playing? What else? What other games have I been playing on this Vita? Because it's mostly been Vita stuff. I played some Dark Souls today. I think I'm afraid that I may be back into my Dark Souls addiction. I don't know. I was looking. I was like, I can platinum this game. Like it's not. I only need about like 40 more hours. I can do it.
It's fine.
It's whatever.
Yeah.
I have 87. Like I have 83 hours in this game. It's whatever. I feel like because I've been watching a lot of like Dark Souls 2 stuff and Bloodborne, which I just can't wait from Bloodborne. I'm just waiting. That's one of the reasons I probably am not gonna get a PS4 soon, because I know once I get my PS4, I won't probably go back to playing PS2 games. So I'm kind of just like, once I get my PS4, like once I play like Dark Souls 2, because like that's like I need to play it. There's no way I'm not playing it. I need to play a Souls game. I'm like getting the itch again for. I want new areas. I want to freaking feel the hardcoreness. I'm on New Game Plus right now. I'm nearing the end of the game, and I'm finally feeling the pushback of New Game Plus. Because up until this point, I was kind of just breezing through New Game Plus because I had like a lot of good weapons and stuff, but it's finally like pushing back at me. So I may need to grind and stuff. And like Dark Souls is the only game I don't mind grinding in. But yeah, I only dabbled in that. Played some more Spec Ops: The Line. Just that's games just that like that game is a game that I have a problem with because I love the game, but it's a game like I play a lot of games and I try to platinum a lot of games, and difficulty in games is something that I feel like the industry, some games do really good and some games do really bad. Spec Ops: The Line is one that does it really bad because usually like what I want in a game when I will boost up the difficulty, I don't want my health to be lower and the enemies to take more bullets. I feel like it's just cheap and like just like kind of stupid. Like it's kind of just really cheap and it's frustrating most of the time. When I play on a harder difficulty, what I want is I want the enemies to be smarter. I want um like okay, my life can be a little bit more like downer and the enemies can take a little bit more damage. But just don't like mix it up, you know. Do some stuff like check out the line. Like I feel like it's a military shooter, so how much can it really do? But I feel like games that do it really well are like Batman Arkham City, like did it to where if you played on New Game Plus or hard, like some things were taken away and like enemies were mixed up earlier on. Like enemies that would show up in the later game would show up earlier on. But I feel like Borderlands 2 does it like one of the best because Borderlands 2, once you're in like New Game Plus mode, which is harder mode, it gives you enemy types that you like never saw in your first playthrough of the game. So that gives you an incentive to play through in like the second game. What else does it pretty? I think the Metal Gear games do it pretty well too, right? Like they do difficulty pretty good.
Yeah. They have a thing that's called Big Boss Rank, in which you cannot get spotted. If you get spotted, mission failed. And like they make it like the streamers that I watch, they make it more interesting by not killing people, so they can get like perfect S ranks on every mission. They what is it called? Like they want you to play on a harder level so you can test yourself. I don't know what that's called. I mean, I don't remember what that's called. Like they're pushing you towards that. I don't.
Yeah. Another like stealth game I that I've been playing and that actually that can tie into the difficulty thing is I'm so close to the end of Hitman. I kind of just stopped a couple of years ago. Not a year. I think it was like a couple of months ago. But I kind of stopped because I hit this roadblock. Because I'm playing it on the hard difficulty because normal difficulty isn't that hard and there's also a trophy for being on hard difficulty, so I kind of just jumped to that. That does it interesting to where like the enemies are smarter and they will see you. They're a lot more keen on like they're not as dumb. They'll like if you're wearing a disguise, they'll still kind of be like they'll see you a lot faster and you be a lot more stealthy. But the game.
You're playing Absolution, right?
Yes, I'm playing Absolution.
So the disguise thing, like the ability that you have, I guess. Like when you tilt your head down and you put your arm over your head,
Yeah,
or you
it's not as
pat your
much.
back or something like that. Yeah, and it doesn't recharge or anything.
Yeah, it doesn't. It recharges. It's not like that's the crazy. That's professional. That's the crazy one. I haven't played the crazy one.
Oh.
But I'm playing on hard. And I'm just. It's getting really frustrating because like I have this thing to where like when I'm playing a stealth game and I've only played about one in my life. Like this Deus Ex, and then now I'm playing this. Like, and when I'm playing games like these, I have like this weird like OCD type thing where it's like I don't want to be seen.
Yeah.
Like I have to like it's not even I don't want to be seen. It's like I don't want to like if I'm seen and I can like knock the guy out and like hide him and then like still continue being stealthy, you know?
Right. Like if you're seen by one guy and he doesn't tell the whole rest of his crew that you're there, you're fine.
Yeah. And like usually I can deal with that, and what makes it even worse in Hitman Solution is that there's a point system.
Yeah.
And that if like there's that I don't want negative points.
Me up every time, man.
Yeah. I want all the points. I want all the points I can get. So like this I'm in this part where it's like it's really hard to not be seen. Like
where are you at?
I'm like in the third to last mission of the game. So 3 more. I'm in the third one. So this one and 2 more is the end of the game. And I'm in the beginning section, and it's like I have to get into this hotel, and you can't get into the lobby, so you have to go around. But if you go around,
I remember that. Yeah.
did you play that? You played this? You played?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I beat this game.
This game is like how is that? That's hard, right? Like I just don't. I keep on getting caught. Like in this, there's this. I feel like there may be a broken like a broken part of my game because there's like when I was watching somebody play through it, like because I was like, what am I doing wrong? Like because throughout this entire game I didn't look up anything. I didn't want to. I wanted to do it by myself. You know, I wanted to find my own way. So I was like, what am I doing wrong? I go and there's a section in the hedges. There's like a little like brick thing, in the hedges.
Yeah.
There's a guy there, just standing there. When I saw the person playing through the game, the guy wasn't there. But he was playing on a professional difficulty, which is the hardest one. I'm playing it on just hard. So I don't know what's wrong, cause he got through that the way only way he beat the like that part like the way he
Was
did
going that way.
was going that way. So if I go that way, like the way I found that I have to get around it is like I have to throw a C4 but not explode it. Then it'll alert him. I knock him out, and then I have to pray that the guys in the other sections don't see me knocking him out, like dragging him. Because if you don't drag him, if you just leave the body there, you get points taken off.
Yeah.
So
You gotta hide the
I,
body to get those
you
points
go
back.
hide, yeah, I have to hide the body, and I just keep on getting caught. And I tried this for like an hour and a half, and it got me so frustrated. It got me way like really really frustrated. Where the hell? Oh. But yeah, it just got me just truly frustrated. Uh,
I
um,
remember when people were like in a rage because of that point system that they added to the Hitman game.
I love it. I don't have a problem with it. Like, it's one of the. I played Hit. Have you played the other Hitman games?
Yes, I have.
I played. Not Silent. What was the second? What was the second one? Not the original. I think it was called Silent Assassin. It was on the PS2.
Yeah, that's the one I have. I remember
Uh,
that game very well.
where you start off and you shoot the pigs, and then there's like nuns
Hmm.
and stuff, and then the first mission you have to like go. You have to like what you have to do is like take the mailman's garb, but for some reason, even if you take the mailman's garb, these guys will know you're there. So like you still have to like go. I don't know. Every time I put my mailman stuff on, they would know I was not the mailman. I don't know what I was doing wrong, or was it the milkman? I don't know. I know it
Oh
was
no, yeah, when you have to like walk all the way up and get into that base thing or whatever.
yeah, yeah, and you have to like, and you leave within the convert in the car
Right. Yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah.
convertible. Um, and then the mission I got stuck on was in like Russia,
Yeah,
where
that's like where I stopped playing. I remember that exact moment when I walked through that door and I saw all that snow, and I was like, "But this is gonna be the
no,
hardest thing."
but the thing is, no, I got because my actually my when I was a little kid, my uncle had it, but this was like 3 years ago. My cousin Joseph came over, and he bought his PS2, and I had a PS3, but like I was just like we're gonna go all nostalgia out
Hmm.
and play this Hitman game because I remember my uncle playing it, and we played it like all like he stayed for a weekend, and we played it like all weekend, and I passed the first part, which was a sniping part,
Right.
and that was like my favorite part of the game. That's actually like my favorite thing to do in games is like, all right, so he's wearing this, and he also smokes with his left hand. He's bald. He has anger issues,
Yeah,
and then
like the targets.
yeah, and you have to figure out, and then I got past that, but the part I didn't get past was these two people were meeting. So you could beat it multiple ways. You kind of could shoot the people if you want, but what the game wanted you to do is go underground with a bomb. Go like open
Oh
up
yeah,
a sewer
yeah.
grate.
And when the car goes over, boom.
Yeah, but I kept on
Okay,
getting caught. I just kept on getting caught, and it was just I don't know. I just couldn't beat it. Um,
I
I was
remember, dude. Happy days when I
yeah,
played this game, man.
nostalgia forever. That game was
Uh, that game was great.
Max Payne 2 is another game. It's another one. The first video game I've ever beat was Max Payne 2. Actually, wait, no, was it Ratchet Deadlock? I think it was Ratchet Deadlock, and then Max Payne 2. And Ratchet Deadlock was HDified for the PlayStation 3. So probably expect for me to do something with that in the near future because I like going down on nostalgia trips. Um, Max Payne 2 is actually an amazing game. It's actually a really like good like it was the first video game that was like wow this is a really good story and I actually knew the story and it was crazy and it was noir and it was a good graphics and like you could shoot slowly and stuff. Um, but yeah, what is there any? I don't think there's anything else I've been playing. I like played the Madden game on my phone for a little bit. Not a good Madden game. It's all right. It's all right. It's not the best. Not the best. I played some Black Ops 2 multiplayer when I came back. It's just to, yeah, I just,
Chill.
yeah, just to do it, just to listen
Yeah.
to some podcasts and just do it, because like I used to be really big into Call of Duty multiplayer, and I still like I'm still good at it. I'm not terrible, but there's just kids that like 360 nut shot me from like 500 feet away, and I'm just like I don't even know how you did that. I feel like I'm old like now because I remember when I was in my prime in Modern Warfare 2, when I was just mowing kit fools down. Freaking, I never got a nuke, but I was just mowing fools down in Modern Warfare 2 in Terminal in like it was in the market one. I forgot what that was called. The tunnels. It was just a good. That Modern Warfare 2 was the peak, man. It was the peak.
Yeah, I love Modern Warfare 2.
I love Modern Warfare 2. Like that was the peak, but I played more Black Ops for some reason. I ended up playing a lot more Black Ops multiplayer. But I've talked about that here on the podcast. You can listen to me rant about how much I used to love Call of Duty and stuff. But yeah, is that it? Is that all I've been playing? I am pretty sure that is all I've been playing. Um, but yeah, I think that's it. So let's move on to the news section.
Sure.
News. What is the first news story you want to talk about? You've
Um.
been talking for a while. You can choose something that you know you're going to be talking about a lot.
Okay. All right. Let me just. We could do that League of Legends story right now because
Okay.
I could talk about that. Um. So League of Legends said that this lore we've been building up for over all these years. About how the characters, how the champions interact with each other,
Hmm.
and their enemies, their friends, blah blah blah, how they join the league and stuff like that. Yeah, no, we're just gonna nope, start over. Bye bye everything that we know ever. Obviously there's gonna be people mad about this, but as one that has played this game for a while now, probably like 2 years now, um, I think that it's okay because they said um, they decided to push League story beyond its original focus on explaining in-game action and forge a new narrative path for Runeterra, a world with a world in which the factions and champions we know and love have full freedom to grow, travel, and kick ass on a worldwide scale. From champion interactions to bios to events and beyond, we aim to expand the scope of League's story. Wow, and pursue a more dynamic and wide-ranging world fit for the outsized capabilities and personalities of our champions. So
So
basically, what that means is that they're giving probably like champions like a free roam, I guess, to like make their own story in a way. They're obviously still gonna have to do it because they're not like AI. They can't just go around making their own thing. But
what if that's
I
what they're doing and they just
well,
created this new thing and it's
it's
just man, we're just gonna. What is it called? That it's a thing. It's like the thing. Not Serenity. I'm blanking on the name. Um, it's where eventually that we're all just gonna be in computers. We're just gonna put our subconscious in computers. I'm definitely blanking on it, but continue. I'll look this up and you can continue. I was just trying to make a joke. Um,
hmm.
uh,
Okay, so yeah, here it says that obviously people were upset for those who did cling on the game's canon, all the lore, but people say that it's a move that Riot was always gonna have to make, that they need to like respond to everything that's happening. They have to like change the way they do things now. It says that League grows in popularity, so to do its chances of becoming something larger, something that could translate more easily into things like TV series and movies. Wink,
okay.
wink.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe we'll see a League of Legends movie or a TV series
Yo,
somewhere.
give me a 2 hour like animated thing like they did with the League of Legends one. What is it like? Go back to League or something? Right after the Dota tournament. Give me a 2 hour of that, and I'd watch it. Let's
That
do that.
those cinematics are great, man.
but they're probably really expensive to make. So
Probably. But
yeah,
Riot, billions and billions of dollars in their hands.
yeah, it's true. That's very true. So I was expecting a lot of like big thing, but it doesn't sound that bad.
No, it doesn't.
They're not like New 52 in it. They're not just like if the Bible can rewrite its story, I feel like League of Legends can do it. Let's just call this the New Testament to League of Legends, and we'll just the Old Testament will be the old stuff. Uh, but yeah, that sounds pretty cool, pretty interesting. Um, do you know anything about Gamersgate?
No, I do not.
All right, so I don't know.
Gate.
I don't know a lot. Don't know a lot. Gamersgate, yeah, Gamersgate. Don't know a lot,
GG.
but in the 2 weeks that I was gone, like people just be like video game people who love video games just became terrible people. Just became really terrible people. Um, so
Explain.
Zoe Quinn, creator of Depression Quest. I don't know if you've heard of this video game of her. An indie game. She's weird. She's a weird, but in a good way. She's a weird. She's a video game maker. She's a girl. She's a woman.
Yes.
She made Depression Quest. She actually is really cool in some way. She has like an RFID chip in her hand that can do cool things with NFC and stuff. She's a cool girl. She makes some cool video. She's actually making an FMV game right now. Like, who does that? She does. But for some reason, there was a bunch of people who just decided to go, let's be assholes, and let's hack, and let's take her personal information, her social security number, her IP address, her phone number, her home phone, her actual address, and let's put it on the internet and say the worst fucking things to her. The worst. Now, I've definitely been witness to some of this violence. I know. Do you know who Anita Scarsezian is? Anita Scarsezian?
Yes.
She does the women in video games series. I haven't actually watched any of it.
Oh God, this.
Okay. I don't know what your opinion is, but my opinion is that even if I have some problems with it, it is still good for us to evaluate video games as she's doing. We need somebody like that, because it's kind of like, you always need a differing opinion. Even though you may not agree, I still appreciate that she's doing this and she's making us think. It's kind of like, typically I think of myself as a more democratic person. I just find the views, better. But I kind of lean more towards the Democratic side. I'm not a Democrat because I'm more of an independent due to the fact that I still find some things that Democrats do kind of not in my wheelhouse. But I just find myself tending to be on more on the side. But I do like that there are Republicans, and some of the shit Republicans say is fucking insane. But sometimes they have some good points and they actually make you think. And that's what we need. But Anita Sarkeesian just gets fucking bashed with these terrible things. Like, I just want to... she actually posted a picture the other day of some of the stuff. Let me see if I can find her on Twitter. I don't know how to spell her name exactly.
It's Anita and then Sarkeesian.
I'm just gonna let Google do it for me. Wait, Anita? How do you spell Anita? I think that's
Anita.
Anita. Okay, so it's first thing that comes up. Anita Sarkeesian, feminist frequency. She's a feminist. I don't know what a feminist is. We've talked about this before, but she actually posted something the other day, which I found to be like, oh my god. She posted a Tumblr of some of the things that people are saying to her, and nobody deserves this hate, and nobody like she is one of the strongest people ever to live, because even if they're not fucking like it's just over the internet, they're threatening her with some really terrible shit. Uh, I'm just gonna warn people right now. If you don't want to hear like terrible things, it says right here: trigger warning for extreme misogyny, gender slurs, sexual harassment, sexual violence, victim blaming, graphic rape, and death threats. This is the first one. At Feminist Frequency. The main reason why all the harass to women is because of the dumb feminist bitches who want to be superior. Hope you die raped. Don't pull the gender card. This is another person. You're not being harassed because you're a woman. It's because you're an ignorant cunt. You're going down, bitch. That's what you get, bitch. That's what you get. Because some very scary, some threat, like she had to move out of her house. She had to leave her house because threats were being made to her life. Well, you're a cunt. What did you expect? You're a lying cunt. You made all this up for attention. I hope he succeeds. Get off Twitter, you whore. Yes, all women can keep their mouth shut. I hope you die, cunt. How is my favorite slut doing? I take it you'll be on your knees tonight and be a good woman. I want you to say this is my opinion. Your video has inspired me to leave this comment. You are a cunt, a big fucking cunt. It goes on, Maurice, on and on. Like, there is about 30 things here. What the fuck? And they say it has nothing to do with sexism. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, like, I want video games to actually be realized as this big thing, but, like, people like that are making this industry just be fucking, just terrible. What is wrong with us? Not even us. Like, me and, I don't think you've ever, like, are you one of those people saying that, Maurice? I don't think so. Like, what is your opinion on Nina Scarcesian? Because I may be sitting here and you may be having a different opinion.
Kind of. Not. I'm not gonna, go comment on her stuff and say all those things. Obviously, I don't think it's that serious. It's a serious subject, obviously, the feminism in video games and all that stuff, and how big it's gotten over this and over all the people reacting to this.
Mm-hmm.
But my opinion on really this is just like what she said, and her whole in the way that she put light on this topic. I think she's right. That female characters have just been, like story-wise, nothing. They've just been there for like background and just for their bodies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I feel like the way that she explained herself, I feel like the way that she said what she said was not the right way to say it.
Okay.
I feel like, instead of like, I guess like being so intense about, how everything has to change and how like you people are making it this way, and the way, she talks down to certain people about, the way that they do what they do, like certain like developers and, people who make these games that she thinks are, having these problems with the female characters. I feel like the way she addresses that is not the way that it should be. It's not going to get anything done. It's going to get attention, obviously, because, everybody has a different opinion, and everybody hates the other people that have the opposite opinion of what the other person has. So they're going to fight about it. They're going to discuss. They're going to obviously threaten each other, as you can see here.
Yeah.
But it's not going to bring any good press. It's going to bring all the press that, the industry doesn't need. It's going to bring oh, look at this. This is what video games are doing to people. This is why, you got to get your kids outside, got to get your kids playing games, like riding their bikes and stuff like that, and not let them play these horrible video games that do these things to people and that make people say these things to other people. I feel like that's the thing that we're gonna get out of this. Not any good press. Like, yes, she makes a good point. We need to switch up our characters. We need to make these female characters have a more in-depth story. Make a few good female leads, female oriented games, like have these um like yeah, I guess female oriented games would be like covering the general subject, but yeah, like we need to put a prominence on females in this male oriented gaming world because obviously the
Industry.
statistics are more male oriented. There are more men or boys or guys playing video games because it's always been like that. It's traditionally been this, but now like the ideas have changed, people have changed,
Yeah.
everything has changed. So video games need to change as well.
Yeah, and uh, I like one. I feel like one of the problems that people are having is that I don't know this for sure or anything, but I don't think she actually does play video games. I don't. Does she? Does she?
Oh, I have no idea.
I feel like that's a big problem because I feel like she also because I think I feel like I tried to watch one of her things once and I got really angry because she said something that actually ticked me off, but it didn't make me want to like go and like. She had a couple good points, but I feel like the whole thing. You just reminded me like of how she speaks. I feel like that's how she speaks is very like you're kind of irking people, like you're egging them on
Yeah, exactly.
because
Like
you're.
if you're not with me, then you're wrong, no matter what you say.
I'm actually gonna watch the series. Like I'm actually gonna go and watch the series now, and I'm not. But this is me warning. This is me speaking without watching the series. But um, I'm pretty sure. Like, does she give like a solution, or is she just complaining? Because if she gives a solution, then okay. But if she's kind of just complaining and being like, "We need to change," like, how are we gonna do that? Can you give us a solution? Like how is this gonna happen? She's also been found of using people's work. Like I know once she used like how like she has these very slickly edited videos. I think she does it all herself. And she was showing like characters off, like female characters off, and it was fan art, and she took it right off a girl's website, an actual woman's website. Uh, I think I follow her on Twitter. I forgot her name, but she took it off, and and then the person was kind of like, "Hey, it's cool that you did this, but can I get kind of like, can you put me in your comments or something? Can you say that this is somebody so and so's work?" She never got back to her, which is pretty shitty. But other than that, I feel like we do need somebody like this. But to play devil's advocate for a quick second, as you said, the industry is mostly male oriented, so I can kind of see. I'm not saying it's right, but I kind of see why you have these video games with mostly male characters because sometimes guys just straight up just don't want to play as a woman, which is I'm not saying it's right, but like sometimes they just don't like. But I'm now like I feel like we're seeing a change in the industry to more to like female leads. Not a lot of female leads, but even like just a lot more female prominent characters that are strong and written well. Look at Clementine. Walking Dead season 2 may not be the best Walking Dead season, but it's she has to make like Clementine's a good character. Ellie from Last of Us, amazing character. I feel like all the women in that game are actually just very empowering and good. Like we're probably not doing the best when people like Ubisoft are like women are too hard to animate, and it's just like come on Ubisoft, what the fuck do you mean women? Like do you remember that? It's like
I don't
did
actually.
you hear that? So people were like they have a co-op mode in Assassin's Creed Unity now. It's like will we be able to play as a woman? Like we thought about it, but women are too hard to animate. That was legit, not verbatim, but a quote. So people made a joke of like boobs are too hard to animate and like all that stuff. Probably not the best when we do that, but nobody should get these comments unless they're a fucking dictator. Unless they're like Jihadi John and like actually killing people in the streets. Like I don't, like they're the only people that I feel like should probably get death threats, or like people who are actually out there murdering straight up people and shooting video, like like if you wanna, hey, you wanna go tell somebody to die, how about you put your hacking efforts into finding whoever the fuck is that guy killing all those journalists instead of harassing video game people. So fucking that was just like her and Zoe Quinn, but another video game developer came up to bat for Zoe Quinn. It was kind of like, hey guys, you should probably all stop being terrible people. And that was Phil Fish. He'd just gotten back on Twitter. Just started to creep out, you know? Kind of started. I could see him being back in the street, and that made me really hope for Fez too. Just because I've been playing to Fez, you know, on the streams and stuff, and I've been really liking it, and like Fez 2 kind of sounds amazing, and like from what he said at the beginning and everything, it kind of just sounded cool. But it got canceled obviously a month ago with all the debacle. But I still felt like he was like still developing. I felt like he was lying, and I think, you know, once you're a video game developer, you're gonna develop video games. But he came up to bat for Zoe Quinn, and do you know what happened? His personal information got out there. His IP address just got out there. All his social security, and that's when he broke. He really broke for a second time, and he was like, he deleted his Twitter too. He said fuck you all. He's like, you don't deserve Fez 2. You never will. And he put up the rights to Fez up. He sold his company, and he did all this shit. And I don't think he'll ever make a video game again, because freaking the people who love video games drove a man to not make video games ever again. That's the most terrible thing ever. And there's actually journalists who have stopped, like female journalists who has stopped writing about video games, like have quit the industry due to this whole Gamersgate thing. And I don't know where it came from, and I don't know like what it's about. There's an actual article here that I'm gonna link you to for you can read after this podcast. But I find it to be really terrible that in an age where, you know, women empowerment and all that's actually, you know, pretty good. In an age, we're fucking in the modern age. Like, come on, like, stop saying. Like, I thought humans were better than this. Obviously, we're not. But other than that, there's nothing really I have to say. I think we'll come back next week. I'll watch the videos and I'll have a little bit more when Gamersgate continues, because it went from Ferguson to Gamersgate, man. Because like this is more rioting in the video game forums and Twitter, but still, I don't know. There's a lot of weird stuff going on right now. But yeah, what else is in the news other than depressing Gamersgate shit, where people are being terrible to feminists? It kind of blew the wind out of my sails. But Binding of Isaac has a release date.
Ah, yes.
Binding of Isaac Rebirth has a release date. The updated, pixelized version of Binding of Isaac, made by Edmund Macmillan, is coming to Vita and PS4 on the 4th of November. If you're a PlayStation Plus member, I don't think it's been confirmed yet, but he's said in interviews, Binding of Isaac Rebirth is a PlayStation Plus game. I am very excited for it. I actually texted Ricky today when that was announced. I was like, so I guess I'll be seeing you on November 4th. And he was like, but the crazy thing is, Ricky comes to my house on Wednesday when he dropped off my microphone and my Elgato and stuff, and he's like, I think it's going to be released on October 31st. He's like, I think for Halloween he's going to do it. He was only literally 5 days off, so I was like, he's pretty good. He's really excited for this. In that time,
Edmund said that he would put it up before Northern Lion made his 1,000 freaking Binding of Isaac Wrath of the Lamb video. So I'm guessing it kind of coincides with that also.
That's true. Because he'll be there in about a month or 2 months, I think, because he has 800 and something now.
Nah, he's 900 and something.
Oh, so he'll definitely have it soon. But yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait. But you're probably only gonna hear about it a little bit once it comes out, because I promised Ricky that I'd let him borrow my Vita for 2 weeks, so he can play Binding of Isaac Rebirth and do all this stuff. And then once he gives it back to me, I think I'm just gonna delete the data and then restart it because he'll probably unlock a bunch of shit that I don't want. Um, but I don't think he's gonna get Platinum God or anything. But I think he'll unlock some stuff. But in that time, he has a 3DS and he's letting me borrow his 3DS, and he has Legend of Zelda. What was it called? The new one, 3D World? No,
Link Between Worlds.
Link Between Worlds. And I will be playing that. That will be the first Legend of Zelda game I beat or play, or like try to get to a significant amount of. Um, that reminds me, I forgot something for what I've been playing. I play a little bit of Wild Arms on the PlayStation Vita. I don't know if you know what that is.
Wild Arms.
It's a JRPG that was released on the PlayStation 1. I'll have more to talk about it next week, so I haven't played much. It's pretty interesting. I just wanted to. I heard it's one of the best JRPGs ever made. I've never beaten a JRPG, so I decided to download it and see what's up. But yeah, that's really it. We'll talk about more about that next week when I actually delved into it. Some more. Oh, we'll also talk about Fez and Crisis 3 because we kind of just skipped past that. But we're not in the video in the what we've been playing stuff because that was weeks ago that we played that. Fun video games. That's all I have to say really right now. But yeah, what else was in the news? Did you send me anything else?
Well, I have a little fun kind of news story that came out. Counter-Strike Go, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, as told by Steam reviews.
Ah.
So like, based on its Steam reviews, how everyone would say, it is like basically like comments from Steam reviews and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna read you a little bit. I'm not really gonna go into the article.
Okay.
I'm just gonna read you a few comments.
Should be interesting.
With this person has 614 hours on record. He says, you either die a noob or live long enough to get called a hacker.
Okay, that's pretty good.
This other one, 258.4 hours. I shoot bullets at a person and they die from it. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they shoot me. Very deep storytelling.
Okay.
Another person, 1,036.2 hours on record. Jesus. Holiday updates make the chickens that roam around the maps dress up. 10 out of 10.
All right, all right.
Another person, 1,589 hours on record. Kill the rest of the team and the diffuser gets the MVP. 20 out of 10. This one I liked because it was a pun on words. Play on words. When people say this game is bad, I'm globally offended.
Jesus. I'm a fan of bad puns, so it's okay.
This other one, digital knives actually cost more than real knives. 10 out of 10. Good job, Valve. Some of those knives cost like $800.
Okay.
Don't try to win, you lose. Try to lose, you win. 10 out of 10 matchmaking.
Have you played any?
I really wanted to, but I don't think I would get into it. Like, I was either gonna buy Mini Metro and Crypt of the Necrodancer, or Mini Metro and Counter-Strike.
Mm-hmm.
So it was either or, and I just somehow decided to go with Crypt of the Necrodancer instead.
Yeah, I feel like you have to pour a lot into
the
Counter-Strike thing. Even I have a copy waiting for me to download on my PS3, but I feel like it's so different.
This guy has 1,128.9 hours, and he says, it's okay. Great, yeah, good. You've been playing it for over 1,000 hours. It's okay. It's fine.
Jesus, it's okay.
So the one playing Counter-Strike Global Offensive is like masturbating. It feels good doing it, but later you regret it, and then you keep on doing it.
Jesus, that is no comment on that.
This game has the best chicken AI of gaming history. 10 out of 10 would knife those chickens again.
Would knife those? Okay.
Yeah, everybody loves the chickens.
It does sound like everybody likes chickens.
Still better than Call of Duty.
Okay.
It's like Skyrim with guns.
It's like Skyrim with guns. How? Because it's addicting?
It's a joke because Far Cry 3 was Skyrim with guns.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, now they're just putting it with everything. Yeah, it's like Skyrim with guns. It's fine.
It's whatever. It's like Skyrim.
Yeah, it's 10 out of 10 would bang.
Right? That's probably an emotional problem they have, but
2,226 hours. Holy crap.
that's so many hours. But like, I don't think I've ever put in more than like 200 hours into a video game. I don't think maybe 300. I think that is the most hours I've ever put into a video game. I don't think I've ever gone past that. Like that's way too like that's a lot of fucking hours. And 1,000 hours is kind of a lot, you know.
Yeah. 2,000 hours is twice that, so
Yeah, that's really crazy.
it's better than sex. Probably.
Well, if they know how it felt, I don't know if have they ever had sex?
That's the point.
Yeah.
They've been spending so much time playing this game that they haven't been into the real world.
That's just sad, man. You should probably get out there and just do something. You know. That's great.
Oh man. I got shot 10 out of 10. Would get shot again.
I would get shot again. Alright.
If this was a potato, well, it would be a good potato.
What is that? 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Jeez, I want to go into the other ones now and see if there's any like other whatchamacallit, other things like this, other video games, and have other comments like this. But are there any more good ones, or can we move on into what else is there to talk about? I feel like we had something else we wanted to talk about. What? September PlayStation Plus games got announced.
Ah, yes, those things.
Those things.
Those things. Those games.
Oh, those things. Let's see. Let me load up this. This as I wait. There's actually this week. There's actually a Rockstar and EA sale going on, and there's some pretty good stuff. All 3 Mass Effect games, $14. Like all 3 of them. Like to download, which is crazy. That's a lot of. I don't know about you, but like to me, that's a lot of like video games for 14. I don't know if you ever played the Mass Effect games.
I got one more.
Okay.
Holy fucking shit. I was on CSGO and my dad said, "Son, what the fuck are you doing on CSGO?" And I said, "Fuck you, Dad." And then he punched a wall and it broke, so I threw my computer at him, but it missed and hit my mom. And then my sister was like, "What the fuck, Scruffy?" And then I realized I was a dog, so I took a shit on the floor. It was the best day ever. Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Recommended also. Very recommended, yes. Buy the game. Oh my gosh.
Jesus Christ. So moving on to PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
September games. We have Velocity 2X. Use the Corp Drive to teleport outsmart the evil Vokh. I don't even know. Like, I'm not even gonna read these. It's the game I was talking about before, but better. Sports Friends. It's a amalgamation of.
Oh, dude, Sports Friends. I love that game.
It's for PS4. I wish I had more Move controllers. I would play the shit out of Johann Sebastian Joust. That game looks so fun.
Paul Walters, man. Paul Walters.
Is that I could download it now. I just haven't downloaded it because I wanted only to play Johann Sebastian Joust. But are there better games than that on here?
I think Bari Ball. Like, I think all those games are good if you have people to play them with. Like, it's no good playing them on your own, man. You gotta get a bunch of people together and be like, all right, yeah, let's do this. We're gonna have like a competitive kind of tournament to see who's the best at this damn game.
I do have like people that live with me. Brian is here with me.
Oh, dude, then freaking try Bari Ball. Bari Ball is.
I think I'm gonna download this and we'll do a video on it because Brian's been wanting to get in some more videos and stuff. He actually wants to do something with the game, and we'll talk about that later because I think I'm gonna announce a new series. You don't even know about it, so you're gonna have to wait. Sports Friend, yeah, it's another series. It's a series I already do, but it's gonna be something. Sports Friends is PS4. Is also cross-buy with PS3, so get it on PS4, you get it on PS3. So that is the PS4 game of the month. PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale is free for PlayStation Plus members this month.
Ah, yes, that game.
That is a interesting Smash Brothers game, Smash
Hmm.
Brothers clone-ish type game. It's good.
I like it.
But I like it a lot. I actually have it on disc. So I don't have the Vita version, so I will get the Vita version now. Brian and I actually like fucking because what we do when we play, we'll play 2v2.
Yeah,
So
and
Brian
then
and I
you
will be
put
a
those
team.
characters on the freaking hardest difficulty.
So we'll just play online and we'll wreck shit online. Because Brian will play a melee character and I'll play a distance character.
Oh my goodness.
So I'll be in the distance shooting and he'll be like messing guys up. So we have like a straight up list plan. And people have gotten pretty mad at us because we're pretty good. We're pretty good at it. So I'll probably do a video on that. We haven't played in a while, and we've been meaning to play it. So we're supposed to record some stuff for the new series tomorrow. So. Horde. It's I think it's an action strategy game. Never really played it. It's old, I think. This is not the best month for PlayStation Plus. And I think last month was a pretty good month. Joe Danger for the PlayStation Vita. That is the first one, not the second one. It's just the first one. I played a little bit of Joe Danger. It's kind of like Trials, but not. It's a little bit more arcadey than Trials.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's pretty fun. Never really got into it that much. I have it, the second one actually. Never really got into it that much. I don't know, just wasn't my cup of tea. I wanted an actual Trials game, which once I get my PS4, I'll probably get Trials Evolution. TXK, which is the I think it's Galaga. I think it's like Galaga. It's a PS Vita only game. You ever played Galaga? I think that's what it's made by the guy who made Galaga. Pretty sure. His company's called Llamasoft. He actually lives on a ranch and has a whole bunch of llamas. It's not a joke.
Oh, this game.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
What was I gonna say? I went to the MoMA the other day, and they have the original of this game on display.
What?
Yeah.
The Museum of Modern Art.
Yes. They have a whole section for video games and stuff.
Why am I not there right now?
That's exactly what I said, man. I did not expect at all this thing for video games, and I was very pleased.
Yeah.
They have the original of this game. They have Pong. They have like one of the first video game systems that actually didn't have like wires that you put on the screen, but like had like a cover for your TV. So it's like you take off the cover and then you switch it to a different game, so you can move stuff on the screen and stuff like that, which is
What?
great. Yeah, like what they had on display there was a tennis game, where it's kind of like Pong-ish. So you had to put like this transparent plastic sleeve on the top. I mean, like on your screen, and like there's a tennis player on the bottom of the left side, and there's a tennis player on the top of the right side. Those things don't actually move. They're just like They're just like on the screen. They're stationary. What actually moves is like behind on the actual screen. It's just like two little boxes, which is one tennis player and the other tennis player, and then a ball in between them, and it's just basically like that.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
That is so weird. That sounds amazing.
And then they had this game, and then they had Minecraft, and then they had freaking Tetris, and Pong. I already said that. Street Fighter. Asteroid. All these old games.
I will have to take a visit. I will have to take a visit to the MoMA. I do live in New York City. I've never been there. I do actually, in general, just like looking at art. So that was actually interesting to hear about. I've never been to the Met.
Definitely check that out.
But
the rest of the museum is also real good.
Oh, that's so. Yeah, I definitely like looking. I'm one of those people who will jokingly slash non-jokingly look at the art and like actually try to make up what it's saying.
Mhm.
So I'll do it in like a pish posh way, but I'm kind of being serious. Uh, I I don't know. I like art. I went to a European art museum in April or something, November. I don't fucking know, something like that. Last year. Those are two different months completely.
Yeah, exactly.
It was cold. I remember. Um, but I
Could have been
really liked
any of those months. Could have been any
any
one of
of the
those months.
months.
Yep.
Could have been August for all I know. But it was fun. I actually do like looking at it, so I may have to make a stop by there. But I think that's all for this patient this month. It's not nothing really too. It's nothing that'll make my eyes pop out of my head, but kind of just waiting for November. Want to see what's next month. But yeah, PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale. That sounds pretty great. I'm actually gonna download Sports Friends right now as we speak because I have my PS3 on here. I actually just turned it on, and I'm gonna download that for then I could have that ready. I don't think it's a big download, but I do want to play. Do you know what Johann Sebastian Joust is?
Johansson Sebastian Joust. Yeah, that's the main game. That's like the most popular game that everybody talks about.
It's the PlayStation Move game. You hold the PlayStation Move in your hand, and what you have to do is this. I'm explaining to the audience. I'm not explaining too many more. What you have to do is the music on screen tells you how fast you can move the controller, and basically what you're supposed to do is knock the controller out of the other person's hand without moving your controller. So you're supposed to make them move faster than the music. So when the music moves fast, you can move fast, but when it doesn't, you have to move slow. So sometimes it gets violent, and people throw things. I've definitely seen that. I've seen people who, Jonathan Blow.
Mm-hmm.
I heard he's really good at it. I heard like nobody wants to play with him because like he'll set the controller he takes some type of like feng shui class to where he'll move really slow and then like just come up right behind you and boom and just knock the controller out of your hand. Uh, it looks really fun, but in Sports Friends there's a whole bunch of other things. There's a guy who made QWOP. He made Super Pole Riders. There's Hokra.
Dude,
There's
all those games are like so good, man.
I'm downloading it right now, so I don't think Brian's away. I'm probably gonna go to sleep after this, so tomorrow probably I'll load it up and Brian and I will do something with it.
I'm watching
But
this video of live gameplay from the Greenbelt Festival. It's like the greatest thing. They just have like a bunch of random people in a circle and just like ninja moving around each other,
yeah,
trying to knock the other people's thing.
the controller down. Yeah,
Great.
yeah, it looks pretty good. Um, what else? Is there any more news? I feel like we had more news. But the ESPN thing.
What was that again? Oh yeah, gamers. Where was that again? Was that on the second page? Here it is. Esports not a sport, says ESPN president. This is from the head of the network that streamed Dota 2's $10 million The International Championship. Okay,
Yeah.
then. That's the quote from the article. ESPN President John Skipper didn't mince words when asked about his thoughts on Amazon's $970 million purchase of Twitch. Whatevs, breh. Okay, he didn't actually say it that way, but he might as well have. Here's how he actually replied. Esports is not a sport. It's a competition. Chess is a competition. Checkers is a competition. Mostly, I'm interested in doing real sports.
Okay.
That's quite a thing to say when the U.S. government declared esports just as real as big field pigskin toss and long-distance precision hoop shots.
But this is coming from the man who has on his network poker. Poker. Like who the fuck wants to watch poker? People do it. I've never really been a fan of watching poker, but people who watch poker are probably being like, who the fuck wants to play video games? Now, to say that video games is a sport, I feel like some video games are a sport. I'm not saying like I'm not saying that every video game is a sport, you know, but like I feel like Dota and League of Legends has enough competitive stuff to where yeah, it is a sport. It's a fucking sport. It's like people train, people practice more than they fucking practice on a field. It may not be as physically intensive or stuff like that, but there's a lot of thought going into it. Chess isn't of I don't is that has that ever been declared a sport? I don't think it's a sport.
It's a sport. I'm pretty sure it's a sport.
Well then like even that, look at that, like all that thought goes into
Yeah,
that.
it's like these two comments that I see on the top of the article. One says esports are skill-based challenges that rely heavily on reflex and physical dexterity. You can certainly make the argument that those aren't sports, but then you would have to say the same about games like golf, air rifle shooting, bowling, etc. Otherwise, the definition is inconsistent. And then the other one says, see, I've never been concerned with labels. If people don't consider video games art, fine. Not sports, fine. There doesn't need to be some agreed consensus about what they are or what they aren't as long as you enjoy them. I find the people who insist on characterizing certain creative outputs or activities as such are off-putting. The ones who insist on excluding a certain thing from such a label are equal or worse. Basically, I wish competitive video games got more mainstream coverage whether or not they're sports because they're popular.
Yeah. Yeah. I totally agree. Everything he said, it echoes everything I would have said because, you know, if you like everybody has their own opinion, and if he doesn't believe that fucking video games aren't sports, then I don't want to see the international on ESPN, which I bet in a couple years the international will be on ESPN. On ESPN like one, not even two. Maybe it won't make it to one, but it'll definitely be on two for a lot longer than it was this year because it was only the opening ceremony, I think, or the pre-show before the finale that was on ESPN two. But still, like, he's gonna have it on. Gonna be there because they're gonna see how much money that actually makes. I feel like Amazon's gonna propel it into a place of bigger status, like watching people play video games and stuff.
I hope so.
Did you see that BBC News story?
About
The Twitch.
no.
It was before Amazon bought Twitch, and it was like just this really misinformed guy talking about people who watch like Twitch, and it's like, and they were just using all these fucking terrible tropes about people who play video games. Like they're sitting in their mom's basement watching other people play video games. How like cuz like they were saying like how is like cuz more people tuned in to the Dota 2 finals than they did into the Stanley Cup last year. Like that is huge. And they were like how is this even possible? And they went into it and they were kind of just being really stupid and joking and not taking it serious at all.
Yeah, I
And
see the video here.
yeah, it's like it's just so. It's actually pretty.
They aired it on Twitch.
They did it,
Yes.
and what did they say?
Well, the person that's commenting on it, it says, so BBC News recently aired a BBC News Night report on Twitch TV. It was on all accounts a pretty poorly done and even offensive report, which screamed uh, condescension. There we go. I can't read. Condescension and was obviously very poorly researched before it was aired. But don't let me blab on about it. Here's a video in question. And then it has a video. And then it says, I'm not a very avid viewer of Twitch. I only really watch a select couple of people, and mostly because I'm already subscribed to them on YouTube, I'm well aware of the horrors that you can find in some people's Twitch chats, but that really is something you can find anywhere. Idiots are around every corner. I find it odd that they seem to think only kids watch Twitch, and they keep mentioning the word teenagers again and again as if gaming is only for children. Total Biscuit made a fairly decent reply to this. Sorry if you aren't a TV fan, he's the only YouTuber I'm aware of who has responded to this as of yet. Maybe I'm just taking the wording the wrong way, but I really didn't like the tone of the news report.
Yeah, you know, he's totally right. It's kind of you should watch it. Everybody should go and watch it. And it's another way of video games just being seen in a bad light. But that's not even like it's not even a part. Twitch is actually an amazing thing. Like Twitch is an awesome thing. people, it's basically it's basically one of the big things in the digital age because like I know a lot of people who go, I don't even watch TV anymore. I just watch not even Twitch. I just watch YouTube videos and like I listen to a lot of music and stuff and I'll watch Netflix. That's basically where we're moving and like my life is entertainment wise is like I play video games, I watch video games on Twitch and YouTube. I also watch a lot of YouTube stuff and I watch Netflix and that's what we're moving towards, you know? It's basically what we're moving towards a more digital age of you know we want it now and stuff. And it's so stupid for a place such as BBC, a place that I actually give a lot of credit to because BBC when they report the news, they're like the most unbiased people when they report the news. Like I feel like when they do because you have here in America we have Fox, which is owned by what's it, Rupert something Goldberg, is that his name? Murdoch. Rupert Murdoch.
Yeah.
He's a Republican. So in Fox you will definitely see the Fox News have a Republican slant. And then we have MSNBC, which is Democrat, that's a Democratic stance. And then you have all these like different news sources that kind of like you always get a different slant on it. So usually when you want to like see like actual good news, probably go to BBC. But that's kind of sad to see that like BBC is just being stupid in this and in a stupid way and having this do that. I want to go to be at a place one day where video games are like on the news and like people are reviewing them actually seriously. Because how they do like movie reviews. I want to see that I want to see like video game reviews on TV and stuff. I actually want to see a video game talk show, like a legitimate. If anybody's looking for a video game talk show host, I'm here. I'll do it. Like I'll straight up. I would start it now if I knew people. I don't know people. I don't think I could do that. But Greg Miller from I don't know if you know Greg Miller from IGN. I've mentioned him before.
Yeah.
He does a show called Up at Noon, and it's basically that. It's basically like The Daily Show, but video games. So he'll do like in the beginning of the show, he'll do like a news report of stuff, and he'll talk about video games, and then he'll have people will slide in with their chair and stuff. It's kind of like and the SNL thing. The what's the SNL thing called with the news? I forgot what it's called. Whatever they do, the news kind of like that too. And then I go like for last. Or like somebody who's like has a video game, or somebody who's in the video game industry, like journalism wise, and they want to like promote their website or YouTube channel and stuff, and it's pretty cool to watch because it's kind of like the Tonight Show but video games.
Right.
And I also like Jimmy Fallon being the Tonight Show host because Jimmy Fallon during E3, I don't know if you knew this, he does a video game week. Like he has guests on from people who are at E3. And they'll come on and they'll show off. Like last year, it was Killzone, Shadowfall. He also had Kinect on, like a really early prototype of Kinect. He had Punch Out at one point. He had a lot of these video games, and it's pretty cool. Actually, it's pretty cool. But yeah, we're just not the biggest thing in the mainstream media, but we're getting there. We're getting little baby steps. When like operas first came out, they were considered. Or was it music? I think it was music or I don't know which one, whichever one. They were by the Catholic Church. They were considered to be like something really terrible. I forgot why, but nobody cares about operas anymore. It kind of moved on, and everybody forgot about it. Movies. When the talkies came out, everybody hated talkies. Everybody wanted silent movies back, and so on and so on. So
yeah, what is this rock music stuff?
Yeah, this is a fucked up thing to say, but when all these politicians who didn't grow up with video games die, and the people who come in like with the kids grow up to be politicians who did grow up with video games, we'll be good. We'll be good. When our generation starts becoming like politicians, then we're gonna be good.
Can I quote you on that, Jason?
No, because I also considered like we also have a terrible generation of kids who use words like "bae." and stuff like that. So maybe we're not the best, but I feel like, you know, I'm not going into politics because they would pull up this podcast and be like, look at these terrible things. But I think I think after the first video I ever released on the channel, I think that's when my political career stopped. I think that's when they could just pull out something. Look, he's gay. He said he sucked penises. He also said he's gonna kill mailmen. Look at this. Like he has countless hours of all these terrible things he said. No, but yeah, I feel like we're gonna get there one day, and the president is gonna be straight up chilling with the PS5 on Air Force One.
Straight up chillin'.
Straight up chilling on the
2014.
Jason 2014. Quote me on that. If I ever become president, which will never happen because nobody will let me run. I feel like if you what would Maurice do if like I stopped doing this video game thing, and then in a couple years, like in 10, 15 years, you see like there's this new Democratic candidate coming out. His name's Jason Lara. What is Maurice doing for presidency?
I gotta see what I know. I gotta see what I don't know, and I gotta find out everything.
He's gotta be like, what the fuck happened? And I'm like, this is my plan all along, Maurice. I'm gonna get the video games into the wider media. Everybody has to have a video game system in their house.
And they have to play it for at least 3 hours a day, every day.
Every day. Also, I'm a dictator now.
You must do what I say.
Doritos and Mountain Dew every week for the rest of your life.
And you get Fridays off.
And you get Fridays off. And Hotline Miami developer has to make Hotline Miami games every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Oh no.
A new game every day.
You're gonna kill people.
Yes. No, but yeah, I think that's it for news. Or is there more?
I think.
Well, there's that Destiny cologne thing, but that was kind of.
Ah, yeah, that's just another fun thing.
Destiny made cologne. It's kind of stupid. But this wasn't as long as I thought it was gonna be. Only an hour and 40 minutes. Still, pretty long. But yeah, I think that's it. As always, if you want to watch more videos, if you're listening to this on Podiomatic or you're listening to this on OneCast or whatever all the podcast apps you use or iTunes or stuff, give us a rating on iTunes if you can, a good rating. If you want, if we're terrible and you don't like us, you can give us a bad rating and tell us why. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. If you're watching this on YouTube, like and subscribe. Subscribe if you want to watch and hear more of my voice. Also follow me on Twitch at GameOverJason. Twitch.tv/GameOverJason. Follow me on Twitter at GameOverJason. But yeah, I'm gonna do a live stream tomorrow morning. So if you're watching this, you're probably not gonna be able to watch me do it. But there'll probably be I think I'm gonna start archiving all my streams. So there's that. Oh, I forgot to announce the other thing. Brian wants to do a Let's Beat of Dragon's Crown. So I think once I release Part 7, you should probably expect Part 8 soon after. Because we have to record Part 8, because we haven't played it since the last part. So that's a thing now. So Let's Beat Dragon's Crown is a thing now. I will continue to do Daily Spelunky. I will try to continue to do Daily Spelunky, because school is now in session. So yeah, it's be pretty hard. You will probably expect it on the weekends, most likely. I'll probably do it tomorrow morning on the stream, the Saturday stream. Saturday streaming is what I think that's what we'll call it. Saturday streaming.
Saturday streaming? Is it always going to be in the morning?
Maybe not. I may do something at night too. If I'm feeling.
I kind of like the morning Saturday stream. Yeah. I kind of think that's a good idea. But I don't know. I don't know when you'll get the most viewers. Obviously, you're gonna want that. So. Yeah,
it's always weird because we got a lot when we were in the
we were streaming at 5, 6 a.m.
5 or 6 a.m.
being awake for the whole day.
Yeah, so many hours. And then we're getting people from the UK, Hawaii, Australia. That was cool. It was a good time.
That was great.
Frickin' who's the guy who was there the entire time for the last one I did? Forgot his name. Shout out to that guy. Something Rabbit.
Really? Was it rabbit? I thought it was like mouse.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was something Mouse. Yeah, it's not Dead Mouse.
No, obviously not.
I'm on Twitch. I'm gonna go to Twitch right now and see
Oh,
my followers. I really have to give him a shout out because like he was really there the entire time, but he came from another stream too. Like he legitimately came from another stream, and straight up just started watching me. Not skills. Ego Mouse. Ego
there
Mouse.
you go. Yeah.
He was a big supporter of me. He was pretty cool. I definitely want to have him back and watching my streams. But yeah, that you expect that. Also, we used to always have Fez on the docket. I think I'm taking Fez off the docket because I feel like Fez. Every time I play it, like I'm not as immersed as I should be
Right.
into that game, and I want to take in as much as because I try to be entertaining when I do the freaking live streams and everything. So I feel like it's a video game that I to actually get everything from it, you have to be like listening and watching and writing stuff down because I want to solve most of the puzzles. I'm probably not going to solve like the biggest puzzle in the game, the one where like the last one's huge and like people haven't been able to figure it out like how to do it in the game. They kind of just crunch numbers and force their way to it. So yeah, Fez is off the docket, but I think on the docket from now on is taking his place is going to be the game I played last time, which I had some fun. I had a lot of fun playing. The last game I played, it was Blood Rain Betrayal.
Ah, yes.
That was a pretty fun game. It's a hard game, but it was a pretty fun game. I think you enjoyed watching it.
Yeah. Also, the scoring system is crazy.
Yeah. How am I that trash? Like Jesus.
Well, I was reading. I think I told you on the stream. It's like time, not getting hit. It's
Okay,
basically the two things.
I got a lot better at it, but I think I'm gonna be a lot better at it tomorrow morning because I won't be sleep deprived. I wanted to have been
That's probably
streaming.
true.
Man, like I really went. I was like, I'm gonna take a break. I'll be right back. I just went to sleep
Yep.
and I
was
never
like,
came
what?
back.
What happened?
Just never came back. And I woke up like an hour. Like I don't know how much longer it was, but I was kind of just like, Brian turned the stream off
Yeah.
because he was asleep on the couch. Because I have a couch, and then I was asleep on the bed. And I was like, I'm gonna take a power nap, and then I was like, oh Jesus Christ, we left the stream on. And then I was like, if I go back to that stream, I'm gonna die inside. So then I was like, turn off. I only slept about 4 hours that day, and then I got on that plane and went to Dominican Republic, and then I stayed up until 8 a.m. that day.
Oh, good.
I didn't sleep on the plane,
Oh, great. Good.
and then I actually did get some sleep. I got 4 more hours, and then like that night I went to bed like at 10. So it was good. I got everything back in order. But yeah, basically
Fun times.
do all that good stuff. Yeah, it's good times over there. Basically, just all that good stuff is down in the description below. Watch my videos. Watch my Dragon Sky. Are you enjoying the Dragon? Well, we'll talk about that after. But yeah, basically, thank you for watching. I'm Jason. He's Maurice, and we're out.